Hey YouTubers, and we're back today with another really big discussion video. Actually, it's not really a discussion video, it's actually kind of a new series that I'm bringing to my channel, so make sure to tell me if you like this kind of format in the comment section below. But today we're going to be discussing more of a debate, if you will, about whether or not Bleach can actually, or should actually, come back as an anime, as it's been kind of going in the manga for about 200 chapters now. And with me, I have two awesome YouTubers who are arguing different sides about whether or not it should come back, and let me just introduce them right now. On one side, we have One Piece Nation, who's actually arguing that Bleach should not come back and it should just remain dormant or in manga format until it continues. And on the other side, we have someone brand new to my video channel that I've never done a collab with him before, but he's a nice, awesome guy. We have Xeno Z Snake. He's going to be arguing for that Bleach should actually come back as an anime. Would y'all say hello, One Piece?
Hey.
Xeno?
So,
all right, great. And okay, so just to get this thing started off, I think that we should start this off with the opening statements. And Snake, would you actually start us off with why exactly you think Bleach should come back?
I say it needs to come back because the 1,000-year Blood War arc, it just needs to be animated. And there's a lot of stuff that happens that needs to, like I already said, there's a lot of stuff that happens, and it's just got to be animated. Like, come on. You can do this for us, Japan.
All right. One Piece, what do you think?
Well, I do agree with there are a lot of scenes in the arc. I'm not going to say, like, if I saw these scenes animated, I wouldn't be happy. But the thing is that I don't think it should come back because it would be done by Parrot again. And it would probably just come back, not do well, and then I guess get canceled again. That's what happened to Fairy Tail recently. Came back for like a year and a half, now it's canceled again. It's like, I don't see it coming back into seating, especially with how badly the manga had been doing compared to how well it used to do.
Snake, do you have a rebuttal for that?
Well, I'm going to say that in 2015, Bleach did terrible. I'll just go ahead and admit that. But so far in 2016, Bleach has done amazing. I'm not going to spoil just for those in the video who actually have not read the manga, but there's some hype things that happened this year. So, yeah, that's what I got to say.
Okay, definitely.
And also about the...
like,
oh, sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, the thing about the Fairy Tail, not to get off track, is I actually think Fairy Tail did good. They're just pausing it for something like that or whatever. But besides that, go ahead.
Okay, so just let's like get into these little questions and everything. And I really would like to start this off with One Piece. The continuation of the manga, even past the anime, is like pretty astounding. I mean, I think we said 200 chapters actually that have not been actually adapted into anime. Do you think the continued quality of the manga is actually something that fans want to see going forward? As Snake already said, there is a way of actually bringing this back, and there's some pretty quality content out there. Do you think that's what fans want to see, or do you think it should remain dormant?
I do agree that what people want to see, I just don't know if what should happen. Like one of those situations, really.
You want to elaborate?
Okay, I'll go into it a little bit. One is in Parrot, so I'd like to ask anybody in this audience that's a fan of the Naruto franchise. What would you rather just have the manga and just read that, or would you rather watch filler? Because Bleach had a lot of that, and they'll probably do it again if it came back. I personally don't want to see the 1,000-year Blood War arc ruined because they dragged it out to the point that it became an utter pile of crap like they did with the current Naruto arc.
Snake, do you have any rebuttals to that?
I actually agree with what he said at the end about them like screwing it up and stuff like that. I agree with that. I would not want to see that, and if that's what they were going to do, then I would say then don't bring the anime back. But I don't think they'll do that. I don't even think Studio Period's going to do the anime. But I'll get into that.
Do you think, going off of that, do you think that if they were to bring it back, especially as some of the rumors have suggested, bringing it back after the initial continuation, or actually conclusion of the manga, do you think that they would just completely adapt the remaining chapters and that would be done with it? Or do you think that they would make it filler, especially if it was popular?
I think they'd make it filler if it was popular, but I feel like if it wasn't popular, they might just drop it again, or they'll just end it there, because a lot of times if a series isn't popular, they'll either drop it or they'll just finish it, and they probably won't do filler because obviously, why would they need to do filler if it's not popular? So it's like, yeah.
Just jumping off that, so the anime has a long-running history. Apparently, it started off very strong and very well received, but as it went forward, do you think that the reputation has been hurt so drastically that it shouldn't really come back, or that it can't come back? Do you think that fans would be willing to accept it now that a couple years have gone by and the quality has kind of gone up?
I think it will in the beginning, but I feel like if they do it right, then people will be like, all right, they've screwed up in the past, but now it's pretty good. So I feel like people will be like, all right, it's pretty good now, and they'll give it like a second chance. And then if they actually do good, if they actually do right, then people will like it and they won't care about the bad things that happened in the past.
I feel like you're right. If they handled it properly, it would obviously be better. But if it is popular, they're not going to care whether or not they do well. Harriet has proven, in a kind of a way like Toei, they as a company are dead set on dragging out things that make money to as much as possible. So the thing is, if it does well, they're gonna be like, oh, let's do a 200 episode filler arc. Let's make there be more filler episodes. Let's make there be like 200 fillers and like 8 canon episodes. Because that's what we did with another series, and look at how much money we're making off of that.
So y'all both agree that even if the series actually comes back after the manga's conclusion, that there might very well be filler arcs, even with all the stuff completely laid out for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Naruto anime right now, that's what they're doing. The manga's been over for over a year now, and we're still having filler episodes. It's like they legitimately don't care that the manga's over. As long as they're making money, they're gonna keep on dragging it out.
I agree. I think they do that.
It should have been finished in 2015.
Okay, but going off of this in terms of exactly what impact this kind of series has had or filler might have on the continuation of a show in the future, whether it comes back or not, I want to talk about the impact that Bleach had on the popular culture, as we know that it was very popular. One Piece, can you talk about that in some length, about exactly what impact that Bleach had in the past versus what it has now? And do you think that reputation it has now, or that less of an impact, is one of the things that will help it or hurt it from coming back?
I feel like one major thing that will hurt it is that at one point in time it was really up there. The manga and the anime were both up there as like the most third and sometimes even second in some cases most popular thing in Japan. And that just, Kubo did an arc, the Fullbring arc. Let's all be honest, that's what it was. That it went downhill. Like, people were loving it, but after that arc, it lost a lot of fans. And I feel like what will hurt it the most is that people are going to look back on it and be like, oh, it's Bleach, it used to be good, but now it's garbage. I hear a lot of this, like, oh, I need to love Bleach, but now it's pure utter crap. You hear a lot of that.
Snake, do you want to kind of go in? Do you think that negative impact has been hurting any chance of an anime coming back?
Yeah, I really do, actually. Yeah, I think it is. It's hurting the way it can come back, because their Studio Period is getting. When they look at stuff like this, they're getting negative feedback. Like, okay, so people they're thinking this is trash, so we're just not even gonna pick it back up. We're just gonna leave it there, let them think it's trash, and whatever.
Going off that, do you think that there's a way that they could actually bring back interest in this, not just with the anime, but with other things in pop culture, be it a video game, toys, any other of that stuff?
Well, they do have some toys. I know they have, I forget the names of them. There's like their little bobblehead things.
They had Bleach bobbleheads.
Vinyl pops, those Funko.
Yeah, something like that. They already have those, but I think a video game really would help the anime, help the series. Yeah, a well-done video game. A lot of people didn't like J-Stars, so I'm not going to recommend like a J-Stars version of that game. Myself, I don't have a problem with J-Stars, but we want a game that's good quality. It's good graphics. The storyline is done right, and all this stuff. I think, yes, that it would pique an interest in Bleach again if they did a video game and they actually advertised it and did it well.
Going off of that, I do want to hear your opinions on if you have been playing Bleach Brave Souls, and whether you think that impact that just hit 12 million downloads, whether you think that's having a positive impact on Bleach's future.
Definitely having some impact. I myself enjoy the game. I have it on my phone. I haven't not played it maybe like a month. That's just because I don't really play games on the phone a lot. But that game, it definitely was fun for a mobile game, and I feel like yes, it did pique interest in the series once again, because I knew there was this. I don't even know how the kid was, but he saw me playing it on my phone. He's like, "What is that?" And I said, "Brave Souls." So he downloaded it. He don't even know what that is. He didn't even know what it was. He just downloaded it because it looked cool to him or something like that, you know. So there could be people out there and they're looking on the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, whatever they have, and they're like, okay, I want to get this game. It looks pretty cool. And they later find out, oh, this is an anime or manga called Bleach, and then they, they start watching it, become a fan of it, learn more about it.
Exactly, and I would consider myself in that kind of realm too with that game and everything. But I want to kind of take this over to an opposite opinion from One Piece. Do you think that the actual just lack of stuff in the popular culture, be it toys, a new video game, other than just plain old freemium games, do you think that is actually something that it's because the fans don't want it anymore and it's a sign that the anime just shouldn't come back?
I don't think it's that the fans don't want it. I feel like there are lots of people who would enjoy like a console game or something. I feel like the flaw here, and this is a pretty big one in my opinion, is that the manga is not doing well. So the companies, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, the statistics. Bleach ranked 24th out of the top manga sold in 2015. 24th, it used to be number 3. Sometimes. I mean, this really is pretty much saying that ranking alone is making the company be like, why should we make a game? This thing used to be number 3, but now it's 24. People obviously don't care about it anymore. Like, the statistics show less people care about it now than they used to.
And I've mentioned on my, this is a question for both of you, but I'll let Snake go first. I've mentioned on my channel before, do you think if they were to make a series like Dragon Ball Kai with the original Bleach footage and just cut out all the filler and re-release that on broadcast, do you think that would bring back interest in a series and make a possible continuation?
Definitely. I watched that video. I actually really enjoyed that video, and it made me think. It's like, yeah, I really think they do that. If they cut out all the filler and they, did whatever they needed to do to make it like look nicer and stuff, like what they did with Dragon Ball Z Kai, I think definitely that they would, it would pique interest back into the anime, like, definitely.
In One Piece, do you think that might help, or do you think that would be hurtful as well?
I feel like it would help. I feel like there are certain things, like, I'm not sure if there's any filler in, like, the island fight, but there are certain points in this series where I feel like if there is filler, it is probably needed. Like, if there's any filler in that island fight, they can't take that out. The fight is already short enough. Like, there are certain, I don't think they should take out all the filler, only those, like, filler arcs. Like the Zanpakuto filler arc that went on for, like, 100 damn episodes.
But do you think, just kind of to re-clarify, do you think that there would be any interest in an actual rebroadcasting of the show, considering we're in an age of computers and internet where people can look up exactly which episodes are filler and watch it themselves?
I feel like there would be some interest. I feel like a lot of the older fans may be interested, but a lot of the current manga reader would probably be furious. The manga readers are obviously going to want an actual anime. Even though I'm against it coming back, there are certain specific themes from the manga. I'm like, I know that would be awesome if that was animated.
Kenpachi, just saying.
The Kenpachi unlocking a Shikai, that would be cool.
Rukia too. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
So, We'll just wrap. We're getting a little bit long here. I'll just wrap this up. If y'all can give me y'all's closing statements and kind of give the audience who are listening right now kind of the last words on whether you think or why you think actually that Bleach can come back and would be kind of a better thing, or on the opposite case, why you think it doesn't need to come back as it's already kind of made its mark on history. I'm going to let Snake go first.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it does need to come back, and like I already said, it's just like there's so much stuff that it just needs to be animated. It would be great. I think the manga sales would skyrocket, and for those who don't know, the anime's purpose is to get the manga sales up. So there's definitely stuff, especially the beginning of the 1,000-year Blood War arc, there's stuff that would just, it would blow people's minds. Like, people who are anime only don't read manga, and they're waiting, because I was one of those people. I decided just to read the manga, but I was one of those people who was waiting on the anime to come back, and it didn't come back at that time, so I just started reading the manga, and I was like, this stuff is amazing. But if they animated that stuff, I swear it would skyrocket the manga sales and everything like that. I'm not saying it's going to become part of the big three again, but it would definitely be more popular.
Well, the big three aren't even around anymore.
Yeah.
Just to point that
Naruto's
out.
gone.
Naruto's
Naruto's over. I don't care if they're trying to drag it on, whatever, but, it's over.
And in One Piece, your final words?
My final words are, I feel like I think like they could bring it back if they did it correctly, but I feel like because of how poorly it's doing, the chances of Parriot being able to bring it back and do it properly are like 1% because it's Parriot, and I just don't have any faith in Studio Parriot. I don't have faith that they could bring it back and make it into a success once again.
All right. Well, I'm going to thank both of y'all for joining me on this, like, kind of a pilot or so for a new series on my channel. I hope everyone who's listened and gotten this far, I hope y'all all really like this. Make sure to leave your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. It's been really fun having y'all on. One Piece and Snake's channel will be in the description below. Please go make sure to check them out. One Piece definitely covers One Piece stuff. He also does like weekly Dragon Ball content. And Snake covers a lot of other stuff, including a lot of Bleach stuff. If you really like his argument or something, he's a great person to go and subscribe to for more Bleach content and everything else. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a really good day, and peace out.